Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to Pacific Paradise, and welcome back to this island we find ourselves on. We are on the PC version of the game, the Steam version of the game, which means we are running a bunch of mods. Ahead of us, all the trees and objects are in fact 3D models and not 2D sprites because we have the LED fix, which is great. Just improves rendering distance. We also have, if we look in our inventory, some flippers and refined goggles. Yep, that's Cat's items. Cat's items adds a bunch of things back to the game that were missing, which is nice. And we're on a custom island. This is Dizzy's Return. It is available in the Steam Workshop, but there is a caveat. The Stranded Deep Steam Workshop has a little bit of an issue. It was never fully implemented, which means if you want to get maps to download to add to your game, you actually need to go to the Stranded Deep store page. Go to the store page, and on the right hand side there'll be a link kind of close to the bottom, and that'll take you to the Steam Workshop for Stranded Deep. There's a bunch of talented map makers there, and you'll find Dizzy's Return amongst them. And on top of that, if you want to get all of the maps we've made, you'll find them in the Overdrive Theatre map pack. Now, it's worth noting that this is a playthrough and not a walkthrough, and that we've been playing for a long time, not specifically on this island, but I've been playing since 2016, which is, yeah, it's a long time. We are still surviving and thriving. We do need to eat and we do need to drink. So there's a bit of fruit here. So we have some quawa, and we can have some kura, and we can have a little bit of water. Just have a little bit of slurp there. Oh, wait. Wait, one of the things we did do last time was add some stills behind our cocktail bar. The cocktail bar is looking pretty sweet. So we have the cocktail bar, we have the smoker, we have the awnings, the little dining area, and we have a giant dead shark because, well, no island is complete without a dead shark. And on top of that, yeah, there we go. We've just put down some water stills, with the idea that we don't need to fuel all of the water stills. Sometimes it rains, and these will gather the water from the rain. Yes, it's not Africa, but I bless the rains down on our little tiny desert island? It doesn't really work. What should work is this whole area here. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a problem, because we have this. This is, in fact, the top of a very large piece of geometry, and it is buried in the ground. It is the top of a sea fort. In the old version of the game, the early access version of the game, the sea forts were actually in the game. They were in what was a deep water tile. So when the game, on PC version at least, was 25 tiles 5x5, one of those tiles might have just been deep water. So you had deep water with no bottom, which is kind of like how the game is now on PC. But there was another deep water tile which had a bunch of interlinked sea forts. These sea forts are not native to the Pacific. They are in fact native to England. Dear old England, yes, these sea forts would have been in the Thames estuary. And they would have stopped German bombers, the Heinkels, flying up the Thames estuary and bombing the ever-loving crap out of London. Yes, if you didn't know, during the Second World War, London, Coventry, in fact a bunch of British cities got the ever-loving ass bombed out of them by the Germans, who were really kind of having a pop at everyone. And then the British kind of did a Dresden, so, things didn't really balance out because Dresden was pretty bad, but that's history. What isn't history is the fact that you can't really build properly on here. Now, we have a mod called, well, it's the no collision mod. We call it build anywhere mod because if you press F1, build anywhere is enabled. Build anywhere is disabled. I also hit control while I was doing that. But this has a little bit of a quirk. If I try and build a light pole and move it around here, I can't build the light pole down on the ground and sort of clip it through geometry. It'll want to follow geometry, which is strange. So what we're going to do is chop down some of our farmable palms, Cat's farmable palms, which replace the wild lava. So we can't grow wild lava anymore, which is useless anyway, but what we can do is chop down a palm tree. Let's do that. Grab ourselves a palm tree, put you over here, While we are thinking about it, what we're going to do is grab a coconut and replace that palm tree immediately, because if we don't replace the palm tree, then we're going to run out of wood. Look at this. In the base game, there are two items that you will run out of eventually. Wood and rocks. Wood in the base game cannot be renewed, so you can't regrow trees. You need a mod to do that. Rocks are also a bit of a problem. You will run out of rocks eventually. I think rocks run out first, then wood. So if you're on the console version of the game, which is still a 25 tile map, so that's 5x5 grid, then you're going to run out faster. If you're on the PC version of the game, which is a 50 island, well, it's not a grid, it's just like a 50 island large map, you'll still run out, but you'll run out a lot less, a lot further in the future compared to a console player. Okay. So we have a bunch of stuff here. Now I'm going to grab all of these and put them indoors. There's a reason I'm putting things on foundations, any loose object on a foundation or a shelf, or just having stuff indoors, because Cat's items, yes, the one that gives you the flippy floppies, that has a little bit of a bug that can't be resolved, unfortunately. And that is that sometimes when you leave an island, all of the loose physics objects, if they're on sand or dirt, will fall out of the world. It's happened to us. It's happened to us a few times. We go to an island and there's like a lot of stuff there, and then we leave the island and there's not so much stuff there because it's all fallen into the ocean and despawned, which is not great. Anyway, what I want to do here is add a couple of walls. Now I need to add a couple of walls to this edge here and this edge here. And I want to add some lanterns as well, but wait, there's more. I don't want the uprights, so when you build a wall, you get an upright, which is something anyone who's been here for any amount of time will know. And they'll also know how we resolve it, but if you don't know, here is a half wall, there's the uprights. Don't want that. Do not want that. Well, we're going to build essentially scaffolding. So put the scaffolding here, and then here, and Quickcraft is dumb and doesn't realize that I'm going to use the next thing again. Quickcraft, why are you so... I mean, why doesn't it just use the last thing we made? So what we've done is we have a radial 1, 2, and 3, and then this panel and this panel should have no uprights because they can't. So press 1 and just hack this out. And because we have our harvesting skill all the way up, we'll refund the whole amount that we used to build it. That's how you get everything back. If you don't have that all the way up, go and harvest a bunch of stuff. Or just, build stuff, I guess. Right, cool. That should be 1 of 4, 1 of 4. Good. Let's get the hammer out and then hammer these things in. So we get a low wall with no uprights. And that is perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Nice. Now what this does is it adds a little boundary to the edge of this raised area, but also it shows us subconsciously where the stairs are. So the stairs here, there's stairs here, and we should really put stairs here as well because we're going to need that. We have 1 of 3, so I will do that now. Quickcraft, are you... No, Quickcraft is not intelligent. So I'll put some steps in there and hammer those in. It's a little thing, but we keep jumping up onto this platform. We could just walk up onto the platform. It just makes it a little bit better for us. This is what I would call a quality of life change. So instead of having to jump up, we can just hold W and walk up. It's QOL, quality of life. So there are things... how many sticks we got? We should... No, don't know if we can do it, but let's do it. Yeah, there are things in your life that you do that are good for you. A little bit expensive, but will improve your quality of life. So it's like, oh, I could buy a Hoover, I could buy a Roomba. What's the difference? Well, Roomba would be a quality of life change because you can vacuum the carpet without having to get up. which is good because I broke my foot. And being able to still do the vacuuming without having to move a heavy ass vacuum whilst on crutches is pretty neat. Also, I love robots, so you know. What? There it is. There it is. There it is. What am I doing? Okay, cool. So we should have 4 sticks. We do, which is important for the next bit. Right, I'm going to hammer this in. What I might do is grab one of those sticks and a lashing and just kind of show you what I mean about the old C4 getting in the way. Because there is a little bit of curiosity here. Let's show you. I'm going to need... One is going to need some leaves. I will hit these leaves with an axe until they turn to the ground. There we go. Cheaper lashing. Cheaper lashing is actually a function of cat's items. So that's one of the cool things. I'm going to throw these in here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cool. Excellent. Which means we should be able to build a light hook. Check this out. Light hook. It's kind of annoying because it doesn't want to be built too close to you. But if I wanted to build it here, I could technically just like have it right on the edge. That would be fine. If I wanted to build it over here, again, you could. There are places where it will sort of like clip. Okay. Build anywhere is now enabled. Check this out. So let's build the same light hook. Oh, look. I can build this like buried in the ground. I can build it here. I can build it buried into a foundation. That's fine, right? It kind of wants to follow terrain though. So there's only so far down that you can build it. You'd imagine, however, that if I wanted to build it clipped into this wall, I could. No. Can't do that. It'll still go red because the player is in the way. So, yeah, there is. I can build it down there. And then it sort of clips up onto anything. So, yeah, there is a limitation to build anywhere. I can't physically move that into that. That's a weird one. So, yeah. If I want to build a light hook into existing geometry, then I got to be careful about it. Also, let's disable build anywhere because that's going to interfere with this next bit. So I'm going to go boop, nice, and then I'm also going to go boop. Right, cool. We're just going to need some lanterns. Quickly to the garage where we keep our car at a weird angle. Yes, the other thing that can happen in the game is the game might decide to put some rocks right in the old freshly built harbour that weren't there before. Am I moving the raft? Oh, I am, because it's a physics object and I can bump it around. Yeah, that's the thing the player can do. I think sharks can do it as well. Even though the anchor is down, you can interfere with a physics object. But yeah. So it's put these rocks here. Why? They weren't there before. No, but sometimes the game will do that. It'll just do stuff without asking you. So you'll have a nice harbour and then it'll put a giant ass rock in the way. It's kind of inconvenient like that. I'll pick this up, put that down, pick it up, put it down. The side sail is up. Oh, is it? Yeah, side sail's up. We're now kind of clipped underneath. It's not really what I wanted. What I wanted is just to pull us back. No, yep. There we go. It just doesn't want to go straight, does it? At least we're not parked on the rocks anymore. Anyway, lantern everywhere. Oh, there's one. And there's another one. Cool. So we got a couple of lanterns. Dead shark. And we got a house. A house with internal plumbing? Yes, we do. What's our SPF like? Not great. but it's also 15:12, 15:13, so it's the afternoon. It's the afternoon, which means we're no longer doing battle with the sun. That SPF is going to go up after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is good. You go there, you go there. Now the reason I'm not putting a light pole here is because I want this light to light up the inside of these. If I put it above it, they'll be lit up, but they'll kind of have like a shadow on them. If I put it here, the idea is the entire inside should be lit up, which is nice. We're actually going to need some more steps. So we got steps here, we got steps over there. This is what I was saying about them sort of being subconscious. There's a gap here and we can just walk down it instead of having to jump up it. And there's a gap here and we know there's steps there. Excellent, but we need more steps. More steps. Really? With your foot? Yeah, well, I know. It is broken, but it's getting better. So we've got the brick corner. On the PC version of the game, this is bugged. Brick roof corner cannot be destroyed on the PC version of the games. The console version of the game, no, you can rip it out, no problem. But it just refunds stuff forever, so... Boop. See? Bricks from heaven. We only need really 3 of them. What we can do is store the rest, I guess? Was I not using more of these as... Oh, yeah, we got loads. Loads of building material. There we go. 3 bricks. That's all I need. That's all I need. All I need. So what we can do is go back. Now this may be a bit of a problem because if we are building on top of a pre-existing geometry such as this fort, it's not going to like it. It won't like it. So get the hammer. Brick steps. Actually, let's see. No, build anywhere is disabled. Okay, cool. The mouse will still move things forward and back. Yeah, see, it's red. It really doesn't want me to build anything here. It's like, no, you can't do that. That's a crime. Okay, F1. Steps. There we go. Just gonna get these lined up as best I can. How do we do this? What I'm looking at is that lower step on the left-hand side, and I'm seeing when it pops through the geometry of the existing step in order to get the height right. So I think that maybe? Cool. We'll see if we hit it a bunch of times and steps appear, and if it doesn't work, then, well, we just rip it all out and start over again, I guess. Really? Yes, I just want some double wide steps, you know? There we go. There we go. Double wide steps. Does this work? Hold W, walk up to the top. Yeah, no, that's perfect. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. That's really good. So yeah, this whole area is a bit of a mystery. It's a mystery. I was thinking what we could do is we could put foundations in here and then utilize this for like a rotunda maybe, and have more farming stuff here. That would be like ideal, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to work because of the way that even the Build Anywhere mod doesn't like to clip through the stuff. So we can clip through stuff that we already own, and we've done that over here, most notably where we have farm plots on the outside of our building. Giant tree. These weren't here before. I think what we should probably do also is give this a little water as well. There we go. As the sun goes down on another beautiful day in paradise. It is a beautiful day and the sun is going down. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, look at that. It feels warm. It feels beautiful. Yeah, it is worth taking time out sometimes just to watch the sunrise or sunset. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's check those lights because everything should be on by now, and it is. Everything is on. So this is what I was saying about the shadows. Like, we have a pool of light, The lanterns have a pool of light, and you can see it on the ground. It's a big old circle, but this side of the screens, those are all in shadow, as is the outside of the building. But wait, because we've got the lantern here. Yeah, the inside of the screens are all lit up green, which is good. I think what we could probably do is have lanterns here and here, and that would light up the outside. I don't know if we've got any more lanterns on the... Oh. On the raft. No. Yes. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's go and see if we've got any more lanterns on the raft. What was that? Nope. No. We've got a flare. Did you add flares? No. What about a torch? A flaming torch? No. Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of lanterns there. Neat. Alright, we'll do it. Which means what we can do is anywhere we have a bunch of light, it works really, really well. This, I mean, we've got a lantern up in the tree for heaven's sake. I mean, everything looks great. Imagine just being like, you know what, it's been a hot day. It's been a balmy Pacific day, and you just go up to the cocktail bar, and it's just like, I'd like a cocktail, please, and then you have to walk around to the other side of the bar and serve yourself. Is what she said. And then you could just sit next to the great white. He probably smells like dead fish, and have a nice cocktail under the stars. And there are stars. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening. Alright, let's get that light sorted out. We are going to need some more sticks. Oh, look at this. If only we had one more log. We do. We do. There we go. That's the tool belt fix. The tool belt has all of our stuff on it. Unfortunately, on the PC version of the game, it was absolutely thunderbugged. What was that? That's not what you were going to say. No, seriously, it's so badly bugged. It was terrible. We have the Build Anywhere mod still on, so press F1. Why am I running around with an axe in my hand? Okay. If I put that there, and then I put the other hook over here. And then I put a lantern on there. Boop. And then I put a lantern on here. Boop. Good. Those bricks that were completely in shadow and they were super dark are now all lit up. This area looks pretty good. Oh, look at this. It does look good. And we can always pick the Ajuga and the PP, and I know I've just run through exactly the thing that I said I wasn't going to run through. Oh, while we're doing it. May as well go and pick this as well. Oop, let's just check the water on these things. Some things do need to be wet. But we have a place where we can store all of our medicinal supplies, and that is here. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, we got PP, we got Ajuga, we got aloe vera, and that's what the cocktails are. The cocktails are literally medicines. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Just chugging down pints of aloe vera. Interesting. So what we'll do is we'll do save, and then we'll do sleep. And then we'll wake up, and it is... Oh, it's not light. It isn't light. It is 5:50 in the morning. Oh, let's go up onto the tower. As the moon sinks deeper into the ocean, the sun should be rising somewhere above our... Oh my god, this place is huge. This place literally is enormous. Yeah, there it is. The sun's rising up, seagulls are out. Are there bats during the night? Yes, there are, and you can usually find them roosting up in trees. So if you find a tree, you might find a bat up inside it. But the seagulls are all out, doing seagull stuff, which is nice. Okay, cool. We do need to drink, and we do need to eat. We just have a bit of meat. Yes, we could have a little bit of meat. We could have vertical meat, which has done something to sate our hunger. Good. We could have a little bit of water. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is go and check the fuel. That crab is still there. I don't want to kill the crab, but I might have to just straight up murder the crab. It's, oh, look at that. Yeah, our tranquility lines work perfectly. Is that what that is? Yeah, if you've ever seen, like a grassy area, like a green in a, oh, I don't know, in a city. So you have a park in a city. And you have pathways, like asphalt pathways going around the outside. Sometimes you'll get lines where people just walk across the grass from, say, one building to another or one area to another, and they're called tranquility lines. Or at least they were last time I looked. Now, we were making fuel, but I think we didn't put enough fuel into... Yeah, the burny bit stopped. So we don't have a full can of gas. Okay, that's an easy remedy. What we can do is come over here, put you out, grab some of these, and we don't need to put them all in. What we need to do is put some of them in. There we go. Good. No, I don't want to. I don't want to craft. I just want them. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. Get out the old Zippo, like that. Left click. Left click. No, left click. Left click. Seriously? You're not going to do it. There you go. Left click turns it on. Left click turns it off. But it seems to be on a timer. If you hold down left click, it just... Yeah, it does the thing. Why did you jump? I hit my hand on the keyboard in exasperation. Cool. So that'll just finish off the fuel. We just needed to check that. Just needed to check it, you see? Just needed to check it. Good. Excellent. And we can run back. The reason we put the fuel still so far away is so that we can actually just admire the island that we live in and just instead of just like hanging out in the house, which is good. It's a pretty island. It's a pretty big island. It's a pretty island. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for the time being because I think we've done everything we needed to do this session. If you like these videos, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. I mean, if you got to this point in the video and you're just like, I am entertained, what are you not doing? What are you not doing subscribing? If you want notifications, dingle the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell, and I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.
Who's this? Adewale, the Jackdaw's quartermaster.
Jackdaw. You named your brig after a poxy bird.
Ade, these lads are the better part of our growing confederacy here. Ed Thatch, Ben Hornigold, James Kidd.
You let him carry a pistol, do you?
Peace, Ben.
Ade saved my life. And now we're looking to find a crew to fill out the rest of my ship.
Well, there's scores of capable men about. But use caution. The shipload of the King's sailors showed up a fortnight back, causing trouble and knocking about like they own the place.
That was short.
Alex, stomping round after you.
Oh my god. Ah!
Jesus.
Well, it's not what's that?
Oh, it's coming upstairs. It's coming downstairs. It's going up the sideways stairs.
EMF5, we've got something. Yeah, we got the first evidence.
Right, can you come down with me so I can put the camera down there?
Yeah. There's one down there. I'm gonna go again.
Okay. I don't like this.
It literally spawned
Okay,
on the stairs there.
On the stairs there.